Welcome back as we embark on another week filled with enchanted energies. I hope this message finds you wrapped in the warmth of the season, surrounded by the love and joy that December brings in. As we dive into the week of December 11th to the 17th, a time when the world seems to sparkle a little brighter, let's take a collective breath and savor the magic that the season so graciously offers. I know it's a time when many of us are deep in the heart of holiday festivities and spreading kindness and creating memories with those we hold dear. And amidst all that cheerful hustle and bustle, let's not forget to carry on the spirit of generosity, not only in our actions, but also the energy we bring into each and every room. Whether you're celebrating traditions, creating new ones, finding solace in quiet moments, know that the universe is conspiring to fill your week with positive vibrations. I'm so grateful to have you here sharing this journey. Let's embrace the magic. Let's dive into the energies that surround us and make this week truly extraordinary. So stick around and explore the collective currents guiding us from December 11th to the 17th. I'm excited to jump into the insights and share guidance and sprinkle a little more love and light into your December days. So let's make it magical together. And so now join me in looking at your week ahead for your sun, moon, or rising sign. Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly focus for December the 11th through to the 17th, 2023. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and let's get to the cards. Oh my gosh, and boy, do they want to go. A whole mittful just flew out. So let me just get those back in there again. See if they want to come out again. Although I didn't peek at them, we won't know. Oh, wow. That was a wild, weird cut. Okay. Our underlying energy, Gemini, is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, you're going on your path, okay? And this is a rest point for you in some way, okay? It's a rest point. It's a time to dismount off that stallion, to fall to your knees, and give thanks. Give thanks that you are in the here and now, that you've made it to this point, that you were strong, that you were courageous, that, yeah, you might have a few scars and a couple of bruises and bumps, but you also have the abundance of joy and happiness in your path. This is also a time to look around you and give thanks for the here and now, where you are, what you have to utilize, what you have to work with. And yes, it is a time to say, before I mount my stallion, before I get back onto my stallion, I ask that my path is straight, that I am protected, that I am loved, that you send me clues and how to go forward and make the right choice the first time around every time. To have a path that's straight and sure and safe and protected and grounded in my mission, my journey, my legacy, my path forward. Our first card out of the deck is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is understanding the balance that needs to be. And so you may be looking at maybe home life, maybe work life, maybe community. We'll see as the cards unfold here. And you're looking at how to bring in beauty, how to bring in love, joy, happiness, bringing these things into different parts of your life, to bring things into harmony, to bring in some kind of balance. So there could be actions, there could be conversations in order how to do this. I don't think you have a clear vision yet of how to do this. I think you are working through what is needed and what isn't needed. Maybe you come across some of the things that, yeah, it's this. If this wasn't present, it'd be a calmer environment, or less chaotic, or more inviting, or, use whatever description you want. But you are looking at different parts of your life and bringing in this harmony, bringing in this balance, bringing in this beauty, this joy that you feel when you approach each part of your life. Whether it's relationships, whether it's health health and well-being, whether it is your job, whether it is your financial security, whether it is your relationships and love. And of course that is, a skill set that, we would all want, but in some way you're looking at it, you're looking at the big picture, and then you're breaking it up, and you're kind of understanding what is needed, where it's a little off kilter, where it just doesn't feel like it's inviting, or it's the kind of energy that you need it to be in order to feel strong and confident in those environments. The Two of Wands appears. The Two of Wands says to start asking for what you want to come into your life, to summon it in. Okay, now we have a very clear space here. So have we been decluttering? Have we been letting go of things, moving them into the past? Okay, we do have new moon energy here. So it's a time to now invite in what you have made room for in your life. My gosh, the Five of Wands is popular here. Five of Wands. Some kind of little competition, some kind of, but it's not like, hardcore competition or anything. It's more about fun competition. The example I used for Taurus, I think was the last one I used, was, in the work environment, they'll take two different stores and they'll have some kind of drive, and they'll pit each store on each other, right? Just in fun, right? And they send little pokes like, oh yeah, well, we just reached this dollar amount, or we just had this happen, and kind of building the competition a little bit. But the competition is there to bring out the best of everybody. So it's about having fun. It's about not being serious about it, but enjoying it more. And if I know it's always best to be the number one, and we won, but it's enough just to raise the energy of the experience. So whatever kind of competition, you might be going for interviews or whatnot, look at it as, you're bringing out the best you can possibly bring out. Okay, and it's not about cutting down the five other people, especially if it's an in-house kind of promotion or something, and that three of the people did this, that, or the other thing. That's not the time to release it, okay, by pulling them down, but rather to build yourself up. Okay? For work and career, we have the Ace of Cups. This is about embracing new beginnings. This is about embracing new starts. This is about taking it to the next level and beyond. And I'm getting a lot of this new energy with work and career for each and every one of you as I'm doing the signs here. So see if it's for everybody. But this is you really saying, if I really, shot for the stars, this is what I would imagine my tomorrow to be when I wake up to get ready for work. Whatever that might be for you. Okay? And you might be, a secretary at a dental clinic, and you've always wanted to be a zookeeper or something. It's just humor the possibility of what you're calling of what you've always wanted to do or always wanted to become. Or maybe you started this little business and, you made bracelets. But now you actually have wall murals of macrame with different stones in it for different meanings and purposes, and different curtains that can be pulled back. And maybe it's, draperies is another one. You've got different pillows with, gems on the outside, or and really incorporated the whole, bracelet with a couple of gems into little masterpieces. Or maybe you started sculpting with it and putting, certain gems in place for different parts of the sculpture and bringing it to life in that way. It's just like, that's what I really want to do. I wanted to make these clay objects, and and maybe bird baths or footprints or something, and put certain gems in place and create something along those lines. It's taking that little small idea of yours, which you probably think is a really good, strong, big idea right now, and realizing that it can be so much bigger, so much greater, so much elaborate is the words I'm hearing here. Now for relationships, love and relationships. Look at this. We have the Three of Swords here. Well, what doesn't bring you happiness in the relationship? Where have you compromised yourself away in the relationship? Where do you not feel the support or the honesty or the love, the appreciation? And if it's not in your current relationship, then you need to go back a little bit and allow yourself to truly heal from some of those things that have been in past relationships, so you are not bringing them into the light of day in a new relationship or in this relationship. And this relationship could have been 20 years, but you always had that other relationship where this happened. And you've always kind of curbed your way of doing and being and becoming to that hard lesson you learned. It was a lesson that pulled you down, that closed you up, that didn't allow you to express your true authenticity within the relationship of who you truly are. There's something you hide perhaps because, they didn't like it. And, if I ever brought that out again, it'd be total chaos all over again. I remember when they found out, or maybe just having a couple, letting some things off your chest and saying, listen, I need you to know this about me in order for us to really be strong and really have that, that two-way street happening. But this is a lot about healing. This is about grabbing your power back, your empowerment back. This is you taking your power back to know that you are deserving, to know that you are enough, to know that what you expect love to be should be exactly what your love is. And what is the skew there? And so often when we are in relationships, we stop doing things, or we give up a part of ourselves, or something that we really enjoy, or something that really, makes us smile, because we need to utilize that time different, or they don't like it as much when I do that. And you want to create the harmony, and you want to create the beauty, not only in your relationships, but in your environment as well. But we're talking about relationships right now. And so you gave up a part of yourself in order to bring in that harmony and that beauty. But you know what? It's only short term, because something else will rear its ugly head. And if you handle that the same way, then you slowly give away your power. And I think this is a week where you start to say, no, I want my power back. I see those skies breaking up and the empowerment coming through to you. Now, if you're not in a relationship, I don't think this is a time to really go out and look for a relationship. I think there's more inner work that is needed than outer work. It's a time for you to say, in a relationship, I'm not going to allow this to transpire. I'm not going to allow this. You start naming your red flags, giving them a little, if I see that one, I'm out, right? And learning from the lessons of our past. And putting forth wisdom into our next relationship, and knowing that wisdom. So it's not something that we have to think about, but it is second nature, because we've ingrained it into ourselves in some way to know that certain things aren't right or go against our values, our morals. Strength. The Strength card shows up for your spirituality. And so I would have to say, when you are praying, when you are in meditation, when you are talking to the collective, talking to the universe, talking to God, your angels, your higher self, a conversation seemingly with yourself. When you take time out, it's a time to recognize your courage, your strength, your talents, your abilities, the unique you. And understand how those things can actually allow you to take a risk on yourself for the next leg of your journey. To weigh out things that maybe, this is building your strength. This is building your courage. This is about seeing yourself as, as the superhero. Seeing yourself, envisioning yourself, standing there with your cape flowing behind you, your hands are on your hips, you're square jawed, and you're looking forward. You're letting that wind blow through your hair. and you just feel alive and you feel strong and you feel confident. And I think, if anything, these are the kind of meditations that you want. This is the kind of prayer that you want to become more courageous, become more confident in yourself, to become aware of your own strength, your own wisdom. Health and well-being, the Seven of Wands. This is where I could see peer pressure being something here. Okay, the things that you don't really want to do, but you do it because, well, when we all get together, we do that, and they all do that, and so I do that, and I don't even like doing it that much, but they all do it. So this is about saying no. I don't like doing that. That's not fun for me anymore. I've kind of evolved from that, and you guys are still there. And how about we try doing something like this for a change, or mixing it up in some way. You might get yays and you might get nays. Okay, but it's a time where you embrace what you want to do and where you want to put your, and I get more free time, where you want to utilize your free time in new ways, in different ways too, and it's important to you. And by you standing there and saying, listen, you can be my friend and you don't have to participate, but you do need to support me. You do need to be be my cheerleader for this. And cheer me on as I go forward in this path. So it could be, you want to go on a diet or change the way you eat, or maybe you want to start jogging or walking, or maybe it's just meditation. You want to include meditation. You want to start journaling, and that your significant other, family, friends, work environment, even the community supports you in some way, in some form, if that's the case. You almost challenge yourself to go forward in a new direction, and you make it known that this is the way I'm going. This is where I want to utilize my time, my energy, my resources to grow myself, body, mind, and spirit into a harmony, into a happiness. Okay. These cards are live. They're live. Okay. Circle of Doors Tarot. This deck really has been flying all over the place since I started the reading, so let's see what happens here. Okay, we have for us the Mother of Knives, the Protector. The Mother of Knives, the Protector. So we will open up the book here to the knives. And look at that, I opened it up to Mother of Knives, the Protector. Tell me this deck doesn't talk. Okay, here we go. The blade of my ancestors, as sharp and sweet as the clear noon sky. They speak through me songs of power. The cutting edge spins a perfect circle, a sanctuary of truth. When she speaks to soothe, her words are like warm blankets and cool breezes that will sing our hearts into blissful rest. When she speaks to defend, her deafening throat quakes the ground beneath the feet of the callous invaders, and by the echoes across the mountains she marks her guardianship. The Mother of Knives is the master of speaking safety to the fearful, whether through her wise counsel, her therapeutic guidance, or her irrefutable appeals to mercy, kindness, and forgiveness. With her immaculate speech, she creates a safe environment for beauty and goodness to bloom. So what do you have to say that someone dearly needs to hear? Who do you know that needs a sympathetic ear? And where do you see conflict that you are capable of mediating? Your affirmations for this week are: the right words at the right time can save the world. People feel comfortable opening up to me. My voice is capable of creating peace. I am always advocating for kindness. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.